Welcome to East Turkestan TV News. Shameful. Politician reveals biggest danger of silence as China continues alleged genocide against Uyghurs. Faith Wire News. Nations around the globe continue to sever ties with Russia following Vladimir Putin's brutal invasion of Ukraine. Yet, while most countries are declaring Putin as an act of unified international consternation, China recently called Russia its most important strategic partner. After the invasion, Russia has reportedly even asked China for military and economic assistance. While it's unclear where these purported conversations will go, the alleged ask is certainly noteworthy. China has held back from wading too deeply into the ranks of either camp. The warm relations with Russia and the refusal to issue an outright condemnation of Russia's assault persist. Amid the confusion, the reality seems to unmissable. Both Russia and China have faced similar accusations of the late. The China's alleged atrocities are still under investigation and are often concerned by the United Nations, the United States, and other bodies, even if they have largely fallen out of the headlines. While news from the Russian conflict continues to fixate on death, violence, and the droves of Ukraine refugees fleeing, just weeks ago, China's alleged atrocities against the Uyghur Muslims sparked international condemnation and the negative headlines before, during, and after the Beijing Olympics. As the world turns its collective attention to Russia and Ukraine, Salih Khudayar, Prime Minister for the East Turkestan Government-in-Exile, is among those continuing to shed light on the Chinese Communist Party's treatment of Uyghurs. Khudayar is one of the international representatives of East Turkestan, an area the Chinese government refers to as Xinjiang. He recently explained the region's history and the purpose of the government in exile to Faith Wire. East Turkestan is a country that's currently occupied by China, Khudayar said. In 1949, China invaded East Turkestan and overthrew the independent East Turkestan Republic. Khudayar is one of the leaders outside East Turkestan who has been elected to take on the region's representation. He explained the home base for the East Turkestan Government-in-Exile is in Washington, D.C., with leaders not officially present in the Chinese-dominated region. The external government is the democratically elected official body representing East Turkestan and its people. It includes a democratically elected parliament throughout the East Turkestani diaspora, which chooses leaders like Khudayar as representatives. He is among those who decried the shameful decision to hold the 2022 Winter Olympics Games in Beijing. It was shameful, he said, the fact that the International Olympic Committee awarded China, knowing that multiple governments across the world, including the United States government and the parliaments of 9 different other countries, have officially designated China's atrocities against Uyghurs and other Turkic peoples in East Turkestan as a genocide. He said it's well-known fact China has engaged in mass internment and mass atrocities against, despite the United States and others implementing democratic boycotts of the Olympics. Khudayar said it wasn't enough. The genocide Olympics have ended, but the genocide in East Turkestan is continuing, he said. Khudayar is hoping to see the United States hold China accountable for the ongoing persecution of Uyghurs. One way this could be done is to bring the issue before the United Nations Security Council. Even if China vetoes that effort, the move, he argued, would be notable. There are other ways to keep up the pressure, he said. On the celebrity and corporate level, Khudayar said businesses and individuals who speak out on the issue are having a positive impact. Many people follow these celebrities and look up to them, he said. If these corporations are silent, this is only going to embolden China to continue engaging in further atrocious acts. But Khudayar said he believes the danger of silence extends well beyond China and its communist government. Not only it's going to embolden China, this will embolden other regions like the Chinese Communist Party in other parts of the world where are like. Oh, okay. If China is able to get away with this, then we should be able to get away with you now, engaging in genocide against other groups. Altaber from East Turkestan TV News reported.